Good morning, and welcome to another episode of Island Tea with your faves, Kevon and Azem, featuring Jade. And it is Monday, March 29th. The time is 8:13 a.m. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. It's another Monday. Yay. I'm so excited. Can you tell?
Another Monday. Yeah, same. Ugh. Anyway,
What's this
it's
big
Monday.
sigh?
Because it's Monday. Nobody like
You act
Mondays.
like you act like you're not excited for Monday.
It's Monday.
You keep doing those faces, right? And then when people use them as memes, you're vexed.
Oh boy.
That's literally just another meme of a
Should I
moment you gave us.
call her? I should call her out, you know. I should really call her out. One of my friends decided to use the video from Island Tea against me. And I'm not very pleased.
I mean, why wouldn't
She made
she?
me a
Have
meme, and
you
then I
saw the
suck upon
video?
one.
I would use that video against you as well.
Of
It was
course you
very
would.
yeah. We have to share it with the viewers one of these days. We can do a LNT gift
No.
and no, okay. I just thought the
Mm-mm.
world should see where you are.
Mm-mm.
No, okay. Well, I tried.
Because
But
before you
good.
know it, Instagram page will just be solely me. And I don't, yeah, no.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing is wrong with that at all.
Uh,
But good morning again to our listeners and our viewers on the lives. Share the live. Make sure you get your friends to watch us. You don't want them to miss this. I hope you've been sharing. I hope you've been going back and watching episodes. Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
mhm.
But Kevon, how was your
I hope you
weekend?
saved enough for the Easter weekend, because,
Oh yeah, the Easter weekend is coming up.
but
And we won't be here.
yeah, so save a few episodes to watch, because I'm not coming on this year on the Easter thing. So
We're
yeah,
going to the
but
imaginary beach. Well, you're going to the imaginary beach.
I miss those days, like when you actually go to the beach, like you go to the beach, the Easter, and like the beaches, all of the beaches are just ram packed with
Ram
people,
pack side to
and
side.
it's just a good time.
It
But
is.
for me, it was difficult to enjoy because I never know who I saw, because I've been wearing glasses for a really long time,
Ooh, yikes.
and
You- so
um,
people just used to be waving to you and you
I
just
I don't wear my glasses at the beach. So people see me and calling, Kevon! And I'm just seeing people, this blurry object waving, and I have to wave back. And then, I don't know who it is.
that's okay. At least you waved back and you
Yeah,
wasn't just
so
rude. I tip my hat to
I'm
people
doing
who have
that.
to function with glasses because for my glasses is for me using computers on a day-to-day basis because I'm not trying to go fully blind. And
So you're tipping your hat to me, thanks.
yeah, because I've broken almost all of them. Like literally every one of my
Mm,
blue light glasses, I think I down to 2 pairs. And every pair of my blue light glasses
it's
I've
not a
broken.
surprise.
No, so people with who have to wear actual glasses, who actually have to go get prescriptions, who have to buy them expensive lenses and frames. I couldn't do it.
So you mean me and Azim?
Yeah,
Okay.
basically. Yeah. That's exactly what I meant anyway. Ooh boy. But
Oh boy.
Kevon, what do you have for us? I know. It was a weekend filled with things happening left and right. Left and right, boy.
Oh boy. Um,
Let's start on some good
let's
news at
start
least.
off with, yeah, let's start with some good news. So, on Saturday, our football team, well, they defeated Bahamas with a score of 4-0
Mm-mm.
in the qualifiers for the 2022 FIFA World Cup. So congrats to them, and they also got a shout out from the footballer himself, Atiba Harris. He congratulated the Sugar Boys on defeating the Bahamas. So
They
you know,
actually defeated. I mean, they actually did a clean sweep of their first leg. I think they're supposed to. They're returning home, and they're supposed to go back to who was Bahamas? Somewhere they're supposed to go in June. I remember the dates, but I don't remember where they're going. But they completed their first leg. They won all their games, so congratulations to them. Yeah, and they're doing good things. I'm proud. Good morning, Axman.
Yeah, Axman is just here to terrorize. Whenever he say hello, I just get nervous because I know it's some,
Well, our
coming.
good technician have to shout out Sanjeev. He is working on OBS and he implemented some new things. So now I can actually see all the comments without having to go on YouTube or Facebook. They're just popping up on the OBS. Axman,
So
we're talking about.
Axman also saying that Antigua beat. Yeah, but we still have to do it.
Okay, I guess.
So Antigua, he's also saying Antigua beat the USVI 3-0. So
Congratulations to
have
them.
no fear. The Northern OECS is here.
Yeah,
But,
until the Sugar Boys touch
hopefully
them.
we keep it going.
When the Sugar Boys are ready
Yeah,
for
so
Antigua.
we can keep it going. Let's see. So yeah, our team did well. If you know them, send them the congrats. If you don't, still send them congrats.
Yes.
Follow what's going on because it's always a party when we win.
Yes.
So hopefully we could return with
More
a
wins.
job well done.
Yes.
And some victory trailing behind.
More wins in June.
So. Yeah,
Well, now that the good
fingers
news is
crossed.
done.
Let's do some not so great news. So as of yesterday, when article posted yesterday, police have refuted the claims of a body being found at a guest house in St Kitts. Posts on social media claim that the body was discovered at a guest house on Sunday, March 28th, and police investigations were underway. Sunday afternoon, police public relations officer Jacqueline Bryan posted on an online media group saying a lady who was staying at a guest house in Bastille took ill and the emergency medical services were called. When they arrived, she was unresponsive. She expressed thanks to the persons who have sought clarification on the matter based on rumors that have been circulating and promised that when I get any, I can further update you. So,
Lord, do you see? This
the
is
body
what we
was
was
not
talking
found,
about,
y'all.
This is what we was talking about
everybody
last week.
it's just sensationalism. Everybody wants to be the first to break the story. Everybody wants to be the first to break the news because I don't know what points you just get at the end of the day to say, oh, it's Kevon posted. Okay.
And always breaking wrong news.
So,
I'm sure the family of that person was so,
right.
imagine you seeing, because I got these messages in
Upset.
WhatsApp. Yeah, imagine I just home eating and I in a WhatsApp group, I see my family member and this claim that she was, come on, people. Let's try and do better, please.
Right.
This isn't just, this isn't TV. This is people's actual lives that you always be affecting, and let's please try to do better, please. We beg.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Condolences to the family and
Well,
friends of this person.
Well,
But
did she pass away? I know they said she was unresponsive.
right, I'm not sure if it's further updates have not been presented as yet.
Yeah.
But based on the phrasing,
Yeah.
but let's just give them time and give them their privacy. Let them figure out what's going on, and let them not have to see fake stories about their family member on WhatsApp.
Please.
So.
Partly, Azem still coop up in a bunker so.
Yeah, he's on his weight loss journey. So
Still, unfortunately, he will be back. Hopefully tomorrow, if we can locate
happy
him.
time.
But he's still. I don't think he's feeling well as yet. So we have to give him a chance to recuperate the body, and he will explain his his sudden weight loss when he comes back. Yikes! You see, and funny enough, right? I was watching it was a movie, a docu-movie.
Here we go.
On Netflix on Saturday. Here we go with what? It's not a conspiracy. It's literally a documentary about fish.
Okay. So okay.
It's a documentary
Let's go.
about fish and fishing and how we're depleting the ocean, and how by 2045, if we continue with our fishing habits, we ain't gonna fish. We're going to completely destroy the ocean because we're fishing
As
in,
usual.
yeah, we're
Because,
fishing. Humans are so destructive. My God. Literally,
we
Kevon,
are. We
you should
just
watch it.
destroy everything.
Listen. The fishing practices that I was watching from that docu series. Now I'm not sure if it's true because I don't fish. However, the fishing practices shown in that docu series were very scary because not only are people overfishing, but they are removing the necessary wildlife that we need to sustain the ocean and the coral reefs, and we are disrupting the balance of nature. Good old humans. So all
All
those
we do is
people,
destroy and then complain.
yeah. So all those people who saying, "Oh well, I don't eat land-based animals." Well, you know the ocean filled with animals, right? So what y'all think happening when y'all depleting it? And even it was funny to even see that like, so some cans say that the tuna is dolphin safe, or some kind of safe. They say it is dolphin safe or something, like meaning that when they're fishing, they don't hurt other animals. Lies. They're lying. And funny enough, which was a point brought up in the series, that we only think about like straws and plastic bags and these kind of things. Well, we forget to think about the nets, the plastic nets that the fishermen use that they leave in the water,
Mm-hmm.
and then the animals get caught up in them. So when and they were even talking about, which made me think about what was happening here with the sharks, how we keep catching sharks, and the sharks even play a important role in the water. So we need to practice some better fishing habits. Basically, that's the moral of my story. That's my thought for today. We need to practice better fishing habits. Yeah, that documentary was like
I
a real eye opener for me, because you don't think about these things on a regular basis. Like, you don't think about if we deplete the shark population, that's going to affect something else, and if we deplete this population, that's going to affect this, because that's just the order of nature.
Yeah, I mean, they are going to be eaten, whether by us or by something else. It's
Hmm.
just, the circle of life. But they were not meant to be overfished the way
Nope,
we fish,
they were
fishing for
not.
fun. Like, so,
Like, even in yes, actually, even in Asia, like there was this part where they was talking about how there's a delicacy of shark fins, and fishermen actually just catch
hmm
sharks, cut off the fins, and so they're killing
and put
all
them
these
back.
sharks for fins to make some kind of soup that ain't even taste good. We're just doing it because like, at this point, we're just doing things because we want to.
Yeah,
Imagine if the sharks
it's
just
fine.
decide, right? I know this can't happen, but imagine if the sharks just decide to come up on land and just start to kill humans.
It's a
Like,
conspiracy. I was waiting for it.
it's not
I
a
was waiting for it.
conspiracy. I'm just thinking, like, if we, because if we go, we do it to them. So imagine if it was done to us. You know how we would feel? We just up here chilling and
Mm,
sharks just coming
yeah,
out the water and just hauling us. Bruh.
it's annoying. But uh, let's see how much time we have left.
5 minutes, we could do one little article.
Okay, let's do this one quickly. So, the Bahamas, the story out of the Bahamas. So, 9 persons have been arrested for presenting fake PCR tests at the LPI
Again.
airport. Several people were arrested in the Bahamas for presenting what authorities say are fake COVID-19 tests. The chief superintendent and head of the Central Detective Unit, Shanta Knowles, said that 8 individuals were arrested on Friday and one on Thursday. Speaking with the local reporters on Friday, she did not say whether those arrested were Bahamian or visitors to the territory. She did say, however, that all 9 individuals who were arrested at the Lyndon Pindling International Airport are expected to appear in court on Monday, today. Meanwhile, Minister of Health, Dr. Dwayne Sands, said that those found guilty of presenting falsified COVID-19 tests should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. He noted that presenting fake COVID-19 tests is a very worrisome trend that is likely to get even worse. So, since the
Sigh.
onset of the pandemic, 8,935 COVID-19 cases have been recorded in the Bahamas. Of that amount, 7,757 have recovered, 188 have died due to COVID-19 related complications.
Why are we doing this? Like, why are we continuing this trend of trying to outsmart the people in charge with these fake tests?
Like, it's just so annoying because if people just stop doing this, then we won't have to get tighter and tighter and tighter in terms of the restrictions. Restrictions are getting worse because y'all are getting worse.
Yeah, like they're bypassing the whole fact that, they're going to complain, why we have to continue to quarantine and why we have to do this and that. Yeah, y'all doing things like this. Like, so what y'all think gonna happen? Y'all think they're going to just let y'all to wherever, but the country is at risk? No, it's not happening. So can we stop with these fake tests? Like, these fake tests is only going to hurt you and your families and your friends and the country. Because if y'all present these fake tests and for some reason y'all get through and y'all go out into the country and y'all actually have COVID, guess what you think?
Just like that one we saw last week. What country was it? Was it Grenada?
I don't remember if it was Grenada. It was some...
I don't remember the country, but I think it might have been Grenada, but I could be wrong.
With the fake test? The lady with the fake test?
Showed up, somebody entered the country with a fake COVID-19 test, and upon being tested while in quarantine, the results came back. So had that person just bypassed all the COVID protocols and just went straight into the public and started integrating, guess what? Public outbreak for fun.
Oh boy. Anyway, Kevon, our dear friends are here from traffic. I know we had some questions for them. Questions?
So we'll take a very, very short break and we'll come back with more Island Tea and WINNMedia Scan. So we'll be right back.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. WINN FM.
Be careful on the road. Don't make it an episode. Attention all drivers. I'm begging you to slow it down, slow it down, slow it down, down. Too many stunt drivers on the road, man. With the fire day, driver, what's your emergency? It's better late than never. So why all the hurry? Speeding is the main cause of plenty mishaps. The road is now a threatening life and property, and all the result of that led to death and injury. Inconsiderate driving. This nonsense need to stop. I'm making it my business to alert all motorists, especially those who love to break traffic laws. I have seen what speed can do. Here I am to your rescue to help you to live. Just take this advice I give. I warn all drivers to take care of your passengers. Be careful on the road. Don't make it an episode. How much more tragedy we have to endure to face the reality. Less is safer than more. I'm begging all my friends.
decisions every day, but choosing the right home or
We're gonna come in
motor
after
insurance shouldn't be one. You need fast claim settlement from a company that's been rooted for over 31 years. And don't forget the A Excellent rating by AM Best. Make the intelligent choice. Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Reliable insurance that you can count on. Get a quote today for your home, motor, contents, and liability insurance needs, and make the intelligent choice. Caribbean Alliance. Tomorrow secured. Local agents, Dalil Walwyn & Co. Limited. Telephone 465-2631 or 469-5303 for the Nevis office.
Be careful on the road. Don't make it an episode.
Welcome back to Island Tea with your faves. And it is now time to jump into traffic talk with our favorite people from the traffic department. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Good morning, one. Good morning, all. My name is Sergeant Brown, and I'm from the traffic department, as was mentioned. And I'm here this morning to give you yet another program, the Traffic Talk program, that is aired every Monday morning right here on WINN FM, 98.9 FM at 8:30. I trust and hope that everyone had a restful, pleasant weekend and are fully charged to proceed in this week. This week is a holiday weekend, so we want persons to be mindful that the traffic department, the police on a whole, we are going to be out making sure that everyone enjoy their weekend. And as per usual, we want persons to be mindful not to drink and drive. You know, it's a long weekend, Easter weekend. Persons will be, I'm sure persons will be there doing their usual barbecuing, picnic outing. But we want persons to do this in a respectful and safe manner. We don't want any mishaps on our streets, so we want persons to be careful. The police will be out. We'll be monitoring our streets so that everyone can be safe. Also, just like to remind persons that the work that is being done at the East Bus Terminal is still ongoing. And the passenger buses that normally ply that route, they have been allowed to park on Brand Street. I want to thank the residents and business owners in that area for their cooperation, for their kind cooperation and understanding. Even though the notice was late, we want to thank them for their understanding to assist and allow the passenger buses to park in that area until the work is completed at the East Bus Terminal. I'm told that we have a call. We might have missed that call. Caller, you can feel free to call back.
I'm here.
Hello? Caller?
I'm here. Hello?
Yeah, caller, you're live. Go straight ahead.
Yes. Good morning, everybody in the studio, and good morning, my good friend officer.
Good morning, sir.
One coil.
Uh-huh.
I'm so glad to hear you asking people, to comply with the laws.
All right.
Like the Easter weekend holiday coming up.
Yes, that's true.
That is lovely. But now I got two complaints to make.
Yeah, talk to me.
Now, Saturday afternoon,
Yeah.
exactly 10 minutes to 4 o'clock, a car was coming from Molyneux area going towards Kevon, at least.
Molyneux.
And that car wasn't driving any faster than 5 miles per hour.
Repeat that? I
The
didn't get
car
that.
was driving as slow as 5 miles per hour,
Yeah.
traveling from Molyneux direction, heading to Atlas Kevon way. And the loud noise coming out of the vehicle called music. It was one of them so-called rappers from Jamaica. And the amount of indecent language was coming from the music.
Mm.
The 4-letter words with 2 letters add an extra ER. So you know what I mean? This in the word mother. Pure bad word. People could have stayed on Sunny Point and hear that. And they say, wait, this person here don't respect themselves and they do not respect the public nor the law. The fact remains they're driving so slow with those kind of, what you call them, the profanities coming out their car.
Yeah.
They want the whole world to hear them. And I doubt it. When you reach Atlas, where the Prime Minister them had the what you call it there, the conference or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I doubt that individual shut off that because the reason why he got it on like that so loud, he want the whole world hear the ignorance that he got to utter. So I am calling on whosoever responsible to go after these people on the road with these things. Go after them.
Yes.
Stop them. That ain't supposed to be because when we look, the little children, them listening to these things. And when we hear the little children with that, we want to bang them up and blame them. But it's we who are older than the children and who bring the children in this world, we are not showing them the example that they're supposed to follow. That's one. And the next thing coming out of Maligno Way village. From the moment you pass Mary Charles Hospital going into Maligno, group of little boys in the street with a bike handle up in the ear. They don't care who vehicle come in, they're not moving. So you who driving going in Maligno, you have to stop. Well, somebody gonna move them and put them where they want to go, you know. Somebody gonna move them. Since they don't want to move, somebody is gonna move them. So I hope that the police be vigilant and out there on the road dealing with this kind of situation. Couple months ago, in Bastille, a motorcycle front wheel was up in the air where it's not supposed to be. And they put a friend of mine out of this wall through that ignorance. More to say on that later. Thank you all for listening and taking my call. Have a good day.
Thank you very much, caller. You too have a good day. Caller, I want to tackle your first comment. You would have two things that are coming out of that. One, the car that you said was traveling very slow. I think you mentioned less than 5 miles per hour. That was good. When I said that was good, it means good meaning that it would have given one, whether you or some other person, a fair enough chance to get a good look at that vehicle's identification number, the registration number, and at least jot it down, make a note of it, and at least inform the police, because we are all in it together. The police cannot be everywhere and everywhere. We need the support of the public to share information, to pass information. So if that vehicle was traveling, as you would have mentioned, about 5 miles per hour, it means it was going very slow, which would have given you reasonable, ample time to take a note of that vehicle's number and call the nearest police station. Or call I want to believe you have my number. So you can call me, or you can call the nearest police station or the Tabernacle Kevon, whichever you choose to, and say, listen, officer, this vehicle number is such and such. It is traveling wherever, and it is playing some indecent language and inside of it. And it would have given the police chance to at least tackle that vehicle. Even if they did not get the vehicle right there and then, at least we have the number so we can work along with that. So I would want to go from it that way. And also, we have a caller? I'm told we have a caller. You're on your live. Go straight ahead. Greetings, sir.
The first caller, they remind me of something we want to talk about. You know? You got some three-wheel thing. Some three-wheel kind of thing. I think there's mountain bike. Two behind, one in front. Don't worry about the time. And a couple of them that go around last year. And I want to tell you, you see the sound, the engine sound will come from them thing there.
Yeah.
It can kill people with heart problem. Yeah.
You're talking about the muffler? The muffler sound?
Whatever, we have them just do what they do.
Okay.
And terrible sound.
Okay.
Terrible sound. terrible sound.
Yes.
Me don't know how we not allow them thing there because me know say me is not the only person hearing.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
I'm hearing you, yeah.
The next thing is the bicycle where my brethren just talked about.
Yeah.
The other night, he wasn't even just going into it. The police stopped me and asked me when my light from my bicycle. And me say, all right. Me come out from my bicycle and me go and walk. They tell me leave my light when me go. And me go and walk. And when me walk, me see whole heap of people in the street, in the middle of the street. Whole heap of bicycles. With them just up on one wheel. And them a dolly all roam from one side of the road to the next. And me say, real. So I just meet them see. No, we need to get to act together, police officer. Yeah, man. We're missing the boat big time. We so do perform duty so conveniently. No, something wrong. Something wrong.
Yeah, thank you very much, caller. I want to thank that second caller. One, I want to thank him for complying with the officer. He said he was told that he didn't have a light, and he immediately got off his bike and started walking. I want to thank him very much for complying with the officers. And secondly, I don't believe that the officer would have willfully targeted you and leave the other persons who you said were doing whatever on their stunt bikes or whatever bike they were on. So I don't believe that you were singled out and taken out just out of that. I'm not looking at any excuse. I'm not sure if the officers would have come up onto those persons who you said were doing whatever they were doing. So I don't want to feel that you were singled out. But continue complying, continue obeying and respecting the police. If they ask you to do whatever it is, and you're comfortable, you feel that it is not infringing on your right, just obey, and we will have a safer country. And probably one of those young individuals seeing you complying with the officers, who know, they might take it on board and start to comply to you. They might say, oh, look at that senior. If he could comply with the officers, I believe the best thing for me to do is to take a pattern off him and just comply. And it might just trickle down accordingly. So thank you very much for that.
Well, Sergeant Brown, we actually have a comment on the live.
Yes.
Someone is asking why they don't put sleeping police on the FT Williams Highway to allow vehicles to turn right into the Koi Airport lounge. And the
could you repeat that? I lost you there.
Sorry, they said why aren't there sleeping police on the FT Williams Highway to allow vehicles to turn right into the Koi Airport lounge and the Zenway Boulevard, I think that's the ZLDI turn right at the junction to go to the airport roundabout.
I am not sure how feasible that would be to say put in speed bumps on the FT Williams. I'm not sure how feasible that can be, but still it can be discussed. It can be looked into, yes. But as I sit here today, I am not certain as to the feasibility of that idea. But still, we take everything on board and we look into them. And if it can work, it definitely would need put into place and practice. So I can discuss it with my seniors. So thank you very much, emailer, for that. I'm told we have another caller. Caller, you live, go straight ahead.
Good morning, Sergeant. How are you?
Good morning, sir. I'm doing good. What about you?
Could be better. There's always room for improvement.
I didn't hear you. Repeat that? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
There's always room for improvement. I just want to make a comment on that second caller.
Yeah.
And I just want to say it's not that the officer pick you out, especially, but you're just a soft target. Most of the targets that the police officer appear to be looking for is soft target. As long as you're soft, you're the one they will tackle. So people are so scared and running all over the town from these motorbikes that getting up on the back wheel. They're taking off the silencer from the exhaust. The police know exactly what you know. So don't underestimate the police. The police know more than what we think. But thank you very much for educating the public and continue to do so. Have a good day.
Thank you, caller. Thank you. Do have a good day as well, too. Yes. Yeah. We want to thank all the callers thus far and persons here. Feel free to call in with your comments, your critiques, your ideas, so at least we can know how we can feel the pulse of the nation, the pulse of the motoring public, the pedestrian as well. So feel free to call in. We have in reasonable time for you to give your call. So we are waiting for your call.
We have one.
Caller, you're live. Go straight ahead.
Yes, I am back.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Sergeant Brown, you see how you and the people in the radio station and the whole world is listening and hearing what is going on?
Yes.
Well, what happened to the police, the people who are in charge of the police? What happened? They're hearing these complaints. It's years and years we're making these complaints and you hear us who talking. We are concerned citizens about the laws of the land. And like you said, you don't think, we know that the police never targeting my brother the rest of you.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to believe, because it happened to me 35 years ago too. I want to believe the dread was traveling towards the police, so the police see him coming to him and he can stop him. He ain't gonna let him pass. Well, that was good for the police to observe, and that was good for the dread to comply with the law. He's a what you call an obedient Rastaman.
That's true. That's
I
correct.
could swear for that.
Mm.
But then, while he was summoned in heat,
No. I don't think he says summer. He didn't get any summer. So let me.
Sorry,
Yeah,
summoned. While he was addressing his concern.
Yeah.
Here goes the multitude of them doing the ignorance with the wheel up in the ear. A multitude of them, and he one could not control all of them. So I am calling on the Commissioner of Police to have you police them out on the road, especially to deal with these kind of thing, man. Have them out there doing it, because every month you hear a group of people pass out, train up in the police complex to come out and help the other police them to uphold the law. But the more they come out and train, the more they train and come out, the more the lab workers are doing the stupidness. Anyway, you alone can't do it. And I am police without pay. I live 50 meters away from the main road, so there's no way I could have seen the number for the car. But other people see them and hear them. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, caller, for calling back. Yes. The caller who you mentioned, the dread who would have complied with the officers. My comment earlier was that I'm not sure if he said the officers them saw the persons them doing what they were doing. What I remember him saying was that he saw persons doing the same thing, doing whatever they were doing. I'm not certain, so I don't want to speak too far ahead and say, well, the officers should have, or I'm not sure if he mentioned that the officers saw the persons and neglected to do their job. I don't want to jump too far ahead, so I just want to be very cautious as it comes to that caller. So bear with me for that. So, and I want to thank him again for complying with the police instruction. We have another caller. Caller, you're live. Go straight ahead.
Morning, Mr. Officer.
Good morning, sir.
I was wondering if motorcycles, these had a day, was given a day off.
If they were given a day off?
When I say a day off,
yeah,
they were given freelance holiday to ride up and downtown yesterday and Sunday, all down Church Street. I take my and sit and going down Church. I want to know what this blaring noise is about. When I said noise, I almost want to deafen me. Like last night, up to midnight, coming across Central Street, Market Street, Upper Market Street, going on with a blaring noise. I want to know what this is all about. I take my eyes and see them coming down Church Street, passing government quarters, cranking up. One of them was making so much noise. I wonder if he want the motor drop out on them or something. So I was a bit scared because I see nobody talking to nobody, but they just up and down town with this noise. I just wanted to know, I'm not. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yeah, thank you very much, caller. I'm not aware that any special permission were given to any motorcyclist to be anywhere yesterday. So I'm not aware of that, caller. But I just want to speak to what the law says to noisy motor vehicles. The law says any persons driving or in charge of a motor vehicle which causes a loud noise to the annoyance or disturbance of any person commits an offense under these regulations. And anyone who is found guilty of doing that, committing that offense, the law says any person who fails to comply with these requirements shall be upon summary conviction to a fine not exceeding $100 or to imprisonment for a term not exceeding 2 months. So the law firmly speak to these persons with their noisy vehicles. If persons have
another call.
If any information, just share that information to the police, and we definitely will look into it and put that person before the court. We have another caller. Caller, you're live on Traffic Talk. Go straight ahead.
Yeah, greetings again.
Greetings.
The man said just now, we were scared. You hear that word there? We were scared because that's what them noise here actually do to people, and I said before, and especially people with the heart problem.
Yeah, heart problem, yes, that's correct.
No, I heard what you said just a while ago. So you're saying that people can actually take numbers of people with them now and bring them to court. But I think that won't be like a civil. I think the state should do them thing there. At the state, if a one get a number and say, okay, this number upon this bike, or so on, so we don't have to take it from there.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, Carl.
Let me finish and then come off the line.
Yeah.
In all fairness to the officers who stopped me,
yeah,
and they stopped me a kind of way, but me want the way they stopped me, but me want that about that. Me want make it look no way, you know. Because them stop me in a kind of way. But in fairness to them, I was going, when they stopped me, they was coming towards me, and I was going in a different direction. So they didn't see, you know, what I saw, it was not in their eyesight, you know?
Okay, yes, so thank you for clearing that part up there. Yes, thank you very much for that. Okay.
But I know that they see these things.
Yeah.
Yeah, because these things are visible before our eyes.
Correct.
All over Boston and other places, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Best wishes, bless.
Best man, thank you very much. And I thank you very much for clearing that part up. As I was saying, I'm not sure if you had said that the police saw the persons and they didn't act. So now that you clear up that part, that the officers clearly did not see the youngsters on the pedal bikes. So they weren't in a position to deal with those vehicles. We have another caller. Caller, you're live on Traffic Talk. Go straight ahead.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I think the police should admit that the police does not have a grip on these motorcyclists and bicyclists who daily, without compunction.
Sorry, caller, I didn't get the last part. You said the police don't.
I said the police should admit that they do not have a grip on the motorcyclists and bicyclists who every day, without any regret, without any fear, without any kind of hesitancy, break the laws in all kinds of ways. I mean, that it is so common that some of us don't believe it's illegal to do the kind of things these bicyclists and motorcyclists do, including the bicyclists who ride up and down one-way streets on sidewalks in the middle of the day. Listen, you really can't believe that it's not the right thing to do. But I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Those side roads that feed, for example, the side roads that run between Wrigley Avenue and Millionaire Street.
Yeah.
Are they public roads?
Of course they are.
But how is it that vehicles are always parked in such a way as to prevent any other vehicle from accessing one end to the other? I mean, it's a regular thing. I think of roads like Pickle Pear Alley and Salt Pan Alley and so on.
Yeah.
Where vehicles are parked on a regular basis in such a way to make it impossible for another vehicle to traverse that road. So I'm wondering if there are private thoroughfares, or if they're supposed to be public roadways, why are they always impassable to other vehicles? That's just, answer that for me, please.
Yes. These roads, they're public roads. They're public roads. The public definitely must have access to these roads. So, you mentioned the roads the side roads up at Millionaire Street. I think it's Millionaire Street, is it?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, Millionaire Street. Yes, these roads are still public roads to the best of my knowledge, and if people are offending the law, we definitely ought to go and deal with these problems. We need to come out. Yeah, I must admit, the police are doing a good job. We are doing a good job, but I definitely must admit that more can be done. Okay, there's no maybe about that. More can be done. Yes.
Kevon, you had something that you wanted to read?
Yes. Last week we had somebody put on the live, and I think it goes in line with what the callers were saying. So I'll read it out as I promised the viewer that we would. So the person said that the police have been called on many occasions and have been told that the persons are up and down causing a menace, and even in front of the police station. The person is referring to bikers, by the way.
Oh.
They also said, and when you ask the police what they are doing about it, they ask you what can they do. The person said this happened to me 2 weekends ago, which would have been now 3 since this was last week. They said, hence the lack in faith in the police to address these matters. This morning at the West Bus Station, a police officer was stationed down there, and several buses and bikers were driving recklessly and making lots of noise, and they didn't do a thing.
Yeah. What I would say to that comment is that if that person or any persons who, for some reason, see an offense is being committed and seek some assistance from an officer, and in their opinion, that officer who that complaint would have been made to does not do anything, does not act, does not do his duty, that person who is making that complaint ought to, and they should at least take a note of that officer's badge number and make a complaint. There's a department in the police station that complaints are made against any officer for whatever reason. If the public feel that whatever, if an officer neglect his duty or went above doing whatever, yes, that person, the public, can make a complaint to that department, and actions would be taken. That's as best I can adjust that comment. I hope I'm clear enough on that part. We have a caller. Caller, you're live. Go straight ahead.
Yes. Officer Brown.
Yes, sir.
I sorry for you, because I see they're too hot for you this morning.
I think I'm...
Anyway, I know you could take care of yourself while you're in there. But the thing, all these things, all the law breakers that are doing the foolishness, they're doing them in front of a lot of police, And how nobody have to go to Miss Rose, go complain, another police down there ain't doing any work, or somebody down there doing it. Miss Rose out there doing what she assigned to do. But other police, I'm not bashing them. I am a police without pay. But other police don't see things that go on, and them feel like they don't see nothing.
That's very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate.
That you and Miss Rose alone out there, police, and Donnelly, Mine is 400 and something police, between St Kitts and Nevis. So they must see them, and they don't pay them the mind. Because they know mountain, another police sure going in the hand mountain, so they're okay. But they need to be paid by the work. I can't do a work you perform and pay you for that. Anyway, have a good day, brother. I know you in the hot seat. You soon get up. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much for looking over for me. Yeah. I want to thank you very much for that. I think the clock on the wall is telling us that it's time to wrap. So I want to thank very much to all those persons who were able to call in and pass on whatever information they did. Thank you very much for critiquing us. For without any critique, we won't be able to do any better. So we look at the critiques. If they're fair enough, yes, we'll definitely try to do our best to improve on that. Whatever shortcomings we have. I want to thank you very much for calling in. I also want to thank those persons who tried to call in but did not get in. I want to ask you to continue trying. We will be here again next week. I'll be here in the hot seat, as was mentioned by that caller, that last caller.
Yeah, that was ready for you this morning.
Yeah, I want to thank all for calling in. For those persons who prefer just to listen, I want to thank you very much for tuning in.
Don't forget to thank the people who comment on the lives. The live stream, your comments as well on the live stream.
Those persons who, yes, I'm thankful for those persons who have made their comments on our live stream. I want to also thank you very much for that. Definitely, I felt good this morning. At least persons are there. They're looking out for the police. All what they want is just for us, the police, to do better. We are not taking it as a bashing. We are taking it as that you want us to do better. So we want to thank you very much for looking out for us. And we definitely promise that we'll try our best to do better. So thank you very much. And it was good to be here in this seat. And I'm looking forward to be here again next week. So be good to yourself, be good to others. Drive safe, walk safe on our streets so everyone can be safe. So I want to also remind us again that we have a holiday weekend fast approaching us. I want persons to drive safely, walk safely. If you're going to go to do whatever you're going to be doing, if you're going to be consuming any alcohol, walk with a designated driver. We want you to be safe. We want you to be up and ready for the next working day. So we don't want any mishaps. So thank you very much and bye.
Okay, we'll be right back with more Island Tea right here on WINNMedia SKN. Stay tuned.
Be careful on the road. Don't make it an episode. Attention all drivers. I'm begging you to slow it down.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. WINN FM.
Looking for the best price on your third-party insurance? Well, look no more. The insurance company of the West Indies, ICWI, has the best protection at the best price with no deductible. What are you waiting for? Click, call 465-8753 or visit us at 1C Bird Rock Road or in Nevis number 22 Solomon Arcade, Main Street. Payment options available.
Cherish the sea. Respect the sea. Don't pollute the sea. It provides for you and me. Careful how we use our oceans. Protect the sea. Let's conserve for future generations. Cherish the sea. Planning ways to use the ocean. Cherish the sea. To cater to the needs of everyone, protect the sea, cherish the sea, respect the sea, take care of the sea, it's a blue economy.
This message is brought to you by the Caribbean Regional Oceanscape Project, a project of the OECS funded by the Global Environment Facility through the World Bank. CROP, championing resilient oceans for prosperity. For more information, visit our webpage at oecs.org/en/crop.
Maybe it's the way the brilliant gold liquid reflects our sunshine, or how the bright blue of its label mirrors the clear Caribbean skies overhead. Maybe it's the fresh, crisp taste of this beastly cold beer on a scorching hot day. Maybe it's even the way it brings us all together. But one thing is for sure, Carib is very much a part of who we are wherever we're from in the Caribbean. Carib, it's the way we play. Drink responsibly.
Welcome back.
Yes, welcome back.
With your face, Kevon, and Azem featuring Jade. Yeah, boy, y'all were rough today.
Boy, look here, that was ready for Mr. Officer there, boy. Poor Sergeant Brown. They are tired of y'all shenanigans with these bikes, okay? They are fed up.
Yeah. You know, I understand that it's, you know, I understand that he's just here to talk on behalf of the traffic department, but, you know, we would love to hear about sometimes what can be done or what, you know, what
initiatives they're taking, you know?
You know, tell me the initiatives. Tell me what y'all could do more, what y'all could do better, what y'all could start doing, you know. A lot of this, I just feel like at some point it just becomes like defending what's already being done, and clearly what's already being done is not enough.
At all,
so
according
it's
to the public.
It's okay to take responsibility and say, you know, we could do more. You know, very good point. That's a good suggestion. We look into it. But
and this isn't coming from us. This is literally coming from.
Yeah, it's coming from the public, you know, because we give the public the chance to talk to you guys directly every Monday and, you know, voice their concerns. And it's the same concerns every week for months.
Yeah.
So, you know.
But, the first caller brought up a good point about the music. Like, Kevon, sometimes I home, right? And the noise that is passing me.
Yeah.
The
and the thing is too.
And, oh my God.
You know, I live in Frigate Bay, and buses don't usually frequent that area. I do live on the main road, though, and sometimes, especially during certain times of the year, like certain times of the year, where like the Easter weekend, when buses are taking people to like the beach and stuff, like the inside of my house is shaking from the loudness of of the buses that are on the street.
Yeah, like they don't even no discretion at all. They don't have kids in there sleeping. They don't have the older folks. You just don't know. So when you're driving through residential areas, especially because, again, I don't live on the main road, but my road is pretty heavily trafficked. And
you know, like Azem is saying, because Azem is a part of the conversation by instant messaging me since he's not here with us. But he's all bringing up the point of the hours. Like sometimes it's happening all midnight and 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
like
you can't sleep
ridiculous.
Because people just don't care about the areas they're driving in. They're just blasting the music. Like it literally feels like it's carnival time and we're on 4th Street with the noise.
Yeah, it's just a bit much. So.
Yeah. But anywho, Kevon, what else is on the agenda?
Anyway, next week we'll come back and we'll abuse you some more.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. What do we have for the people?
Let me see. I'm checking the lives to make sure nobody else is saying any extra bits.
All I saw was them cussing the police.
Yeah, and you know, it's nobody's saying that the bike should not be on the road because the bike is a motor vehicle. However, the manner in which the bikes are driven and the way in which it endangers safe for drivers on the road is a big issue. Like, you know, cars frequently are being like pushed off the road because these bikers want to play on the street. And you know, so many other issues, the loud music blasting and blaring through the towns and these communities where people, like, you know, imagine you just put your baby down to sleep and a bus pass across and, you know, vibrate your whole house.
Well, I don't have to imagine. I actually experienced this. Again, everybody knows my son is 2 because I say it frequently, and sometimes, like, I would just put him down for a nap and a bus going come blazing down the road, waking him up
again.
Like, no kind of discretion. So y'all go ahead, y'all continue. Y'all ain't care about us.
Yeah,
we soon ain't gonna care about y'all.
So let's talk about something else. related to the police. So a man has been charged for unlawful carnal knowledge and indecent assault. So the police have formally charged and arrested a man from District B for the offenses of unlawful carnal knowledge, which was committed on March 7th, 2020, and indecent assault, which was committed between December 1st and 31st in 2020. He was charged on March 24th of this year and has been remanded to Her Majesty's prison. So,
you know what irritates me about this? The lack of public awareness. Meaning, I often feel like we're trying to hide these people from the public. Name them and shame them is my policy. Once found guilty, I feel like they should be named and shamed, because the public needs to know who we need to protect ourselves from. Not saying that once this, but and I'm only speaking for people who are found guilty. Not saying, because sometimes these allegations can hurt you if you haven't done anything, and we don't want those type of things. But once you are found guilty, I feel like you should be named and shamed. Like, let the public know this person is a danger to society, a danger to your kids, your women, your men, whoever, and be very careful. And just know, because if you don't tell us, like, how are we supposed to know who we interacting with? How I'm supposed to know that this person is a whole child molester, or this person is a rapist, or like how do we know if we don't name them and shame them? That's just me. I feel like this is something we should do. I don't know how you feel about that, Kevon.
I mean.
And again, it's just for people who are found guilty.
I'm just waiting for this registry to happen, to be honest.
Boy, the good old registry that they came out so hot with talking about, and now nothing as usual. We just come out with these hot topics and these good ideas, and then we don't see anything else happening after that, which I don't understand, because the registry is something that I feel is very important. Again, naming these people who commit these type of crimes. Like, how am I supposed to know if I don't? There's no registry, so I don't know this man is a whole rapist. I just see this strange man in the neighborhood. I thinking he just come back from foreign, man. He just come out of jail for doing all these things. So, like, public awareness, and I feel like it's important, again, because it helps to protect the public from these kind of people.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just, these things are just sort of give me headaches when you just have to think about it, because it's just like, what is being done beyond, okay, the charging and, being remanded to the prison is great, but what is being done to make this not repeat itself? Like,
yeah, that is it.
That's the prime issue.
That is it, Kevon. Repeating itself. Like, that's what we don't want. We don't want this to happen to other people. That's why we try to put them in jail, and we try to integrate them back into the public. But we also have to think about public safety, because if the public don't know what happened or know what's going on with these people, like, how are we supposed to protect ourselves? Far too often I see that victims are the ones who end up in the public eye. Like, people always know who the victims are, but when it comes to the people actually committing these offenses, like, we
it's
barely know.
Secret.
And I don't understand it. Why are we protecting these people from the public, but when it comes to the victims, we have no problem putting them out there? I don't get it. Am I missing something, Kevon? Is there something that I clearly missed? Is there something that went over my head with this issue?
I would like to know, because I think I'm in the same boat, but...
Who do we talk to about this? That's what I want to know. Who do we talk to about this public campaign of naming and shaming?
If the public has an answer for that question, meaning who can we talk to about this, please let us know, because we'd love to bring them on the show and we can actually talk about it.
Yeah, like, I want to know why is it that...
Yeah, we have questions to ask. We have to ask them to the right person, and we'd love to know. I mean, things happen through conversation. One person don't just down and create things. Things come from conversations and you see and stuff. So if we can have a conversation with somebody, that would be great. But yeah.
Yeah, I just hate that we have to put victims to these things and Yes, Azem is saying that the reason that we're not letting out the names is to protect the victims. However, sometimes the victims aren't protected by this. Like, yes, it's good to not to have to protect the victims, but what about the potential victims? Like, we have to also think about people who could potentially be in danger because they don't know that this person or these people are into what they're into. Like, yes, we have to protect all victims, but what about the potential victims? And yeah, that's what I said. I don't think it's the justice system that names these victims, but a lot of times, like, it's people on the street sending around pictures or, like, gossiping with their friends. But more often than not, it's the victims that are out there when the perpetrator is, like, protected. It's so weird. It's just so weird to me. Oy.
Life.
You couldn't say
let's
it
see.
better.
I keep scanning live to make sure no comments or somebody saying happy that the molest has been apprehended, but there is this football guy who I will not name who has trouble school gun and has not been charged because of his political connections. We need to keep our children safe and talk at times. We need, I would suggest, I don't even know what to suggest, to be honest.
Boy.
But, because, and the sad part about things like this is, by trying to make a movement out of it, you sort of be victim in on a spotlight. So, I don't know. Find somebody to talk to try to get some legal advice if possible, and all sorts of stuff. So,
Kevon, it looks like we have a call. Caller, good morning. You're live. How?
Sorry about the feedback there. I didn't want to miss a word. I say. You spoke about folks going around the system with the COVID thing, with presenting faults. You spoke about that earlier. But you see this COVID thing, yeah? You're going to force people on the ground. You're going to force people more on the ground with a whole heap of things, including going around by your justice. Because it's just naturally enough. And then you wonder, people do that. But listen to me now. I want to make a reference. If you look on certain cigarette boxes, you see, the ladies may have a minute, so let me talk fast. You see, on the cigarette box, you see, cigarette smoking is dangerous for your health. You all know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I'm not hearing you. Right, cigarettes. But people go on smoke it same way, and not only that, people go on make it same way, and it becomes a norm. Our government is parted because they pick up taxes. You see me? So, a whole heap of things we need to sort out. Said love, yeah?
All right.
Thank you, caller.
Yeah.
I always love when our callers call in and give their points because
and
so
the passion behind it is what does get me, because is these people have they're serious about what they're talking about. So thank you for always chiming in, and keep chiming in, because we love conversation in just between the three of us in the room. It's between everybody. So if you have any way to jump in.
Well, when Azem is back, we will discuss this again, this predatory registration topic, because I feel like this is something that we need to continue the discussion about, and the only way for us to see change is if we continue to push. And Azem has some strong points, but I prefer for him to discuss them while in studio. So we'll do that later this week. Hopefully his diet is over sometime this week, and he will be back with us. But Kevon, I think we have about 5 minutes. Let's get to the last topic before we jump into some conversation with our guest.
So let's see. Last topic for the day we'll jump into is New York lawmakers vote to legalize recreational marijuana. So lawmakers reached an agreement late Saturday to legalize recreational marijuana sales in New York. At least 14 other states already allow residents to buy marijuana for recreational use and not just medicinal use. And New York's past efforts to pass marijuana have failed in the recent years. Democrats who now wield a veto-proof majority in the state legislature have made passing it a priority this year. So Democratic Governor Andrew Cuomo's administration has estimated legalization could eventually bring the state about $350 million annually. I don't even think I need to go on any further because we always kind of tie this back to the region. So
we know this. What
New York State is saying that by legalizing recreational use, which means it's no more secret drug dealings and it can be regulated and all these things. New York State will see about $350 million generated. I mean, that is a massive number.
Imagine.
What my thing is though, yes, great, cool, okay, this is happening, but I would love to know what happens to the persons who are suffering, who are in jail serving sentences.
That is exactly what I was about to bring up. So thank you. I want to know the same thing you want to know. What do we do with the people that have been convicted and that are in jail for the things that now are legal? I mean, I understand these crimes were committed before it was legal, which I guess is going to be the tricky part because it was still a crime at the time when they were arrested and convicted. But y'all got to figure it out. Y'all got to do something. Y'all can't tell me that I ain't in jail for something that's legal. No, that's
yeah.
tricky.
We've seen a few people being released and their records expunged for this
as they should. As they should.
Some may all. I don't say all. I'm not saying that everyone then needs to be let go because it could have been for different situations.
Yeah.
Like it could have been a lot of different situations.
But for me, I feel like people who who got caught with little quantities and these type of things. You see, I've never believed in just jailing people for a number of years for petty crimes like these. Imagine you just trying to feed your family and you're selling some dime bags and now you're in jail for 20 years. I don't know if that's the actual number that you would get, but I don't know. I just never felt like some of these crimes fit the punishment.
Yeah, right. I don't even know. Oh boy, but another day in the life of
I'm interested. I'm interested to see if
yeah.
some of these Caribbean regions are going to follow suit because I know a lot of the times they like to follow the laws of the Americas, and I wonder if this one is going to be one that they're going to follow suit on.
Well, like we talked about earlier, I hope it doesn't come to the point where it becomes normal everywhere and then our chance to really profit off of
it will be, trust me.
It will. Some of the most
You
fertile
what?
soil in the
What?
Caribbean.
Boy, look, let me
goes
tell you
to
something.
waste. But
for years and years we've been seeing and knowing that this is something that we could have gotten into. This is something that we could have done our research on. There have been advocates for this for years and years and years, and guess what? Nothing. So when you see the other Caribbean countries jump on board and move forward and are way ahead of us with this and now reaping the profits and benefits, we can't say nothing because we had time too, just like how they had time to see it and to understand it. We had time to see it and understand it as well. So if they go leave us, who fault it is?
yeah. Oh boy.
Oh boy, indeed. Oh boy, indeed. But Kevon, let's take a little break from all the stress.
Yeah, I will come back. We'll come back. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
So
we will be back.
It is time for a break.
Yes.
And we will stay tuned. We'll be back with some more Island Tea on WINNMedia FM. So we'll be right back.
Sounds present the Music Box. WINN FM. Right here on WINN FM 98.9. Tune in each and every Monday from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. as we highlight what's happening in entertainment locally. Regionally.
Bend it up back way, doing it that way, pulling my
and internationally.
392 switch it out with a cat.
And I know how to fight.
With a wide musical selection from around the world, you can't afford to miss it as we chop it up with some of our industry's leading contributors in entertainment. Call in, hear your views. Log on to the WINNMedia SKN Facebook page for live viewing. The Music Box by CNO Sound right here on WINN FM 98.9.
Buster, roll it up, leave the thirst quencher in my cup. If you have one, hold it up and say, Buster put the colors in my life. Refreshing and nice, and I drink that what we like. Buster, you're full of vibes, living for the color. I know black and white, we do what we like. We live to enjoy life. Buster, pour it up, different flavor. Load it up. If you have one, hold it up and say, Buster put the colors in my life.
Welcome back to Island Tea, your faves, and it is time to jump into our favorite segment, Eat Local, and they were jumping into it with none other than MrBagnall himself. Welcome and good morning.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good morning. Good morning.
Welcome to Island Tea. I think this is your first time being here.
Yeah, this is my first time being here, but this is not my first time listening.
Oh, you're a fan?
Yeah, I'm a fan.
Oh,
I am.
You. What makes you a fan of our show? Because I feel like this is just a lot of chaos.
Well, I like the idea. When I first saw it, I think about something when you come and you spill all the tea. Mm-hmm. So if you got something you need to say, you just say it here. So when I made my post this morning, I'm saying I'm going to be on the morning show. The tea. Mm-hmm. I'm going to spill some tea. So
you have some tea. What? Kevon, just so like we're about to get some news, boy.
Well, I feel I see when people come on here, they release the news. We just talk about the traffic police. Them come on and release news. So you know, everybody comes. So I don't know if it's something you guys want to ask me personally.
Well, you know, we're gonna get into some conversation.
Okay.
Kevon, take it away.
So I well want to go straight to it, but you know how we like to start this off is we like to ask our guests to tell the listeners and viewers a little bit about who you are and what it is you do.
Okay, well, good morning to everybody in the radio land. Good morning to everybody on the stream, on Facebook, wherever you're viewing us and hearing us. My name is MrBagnall. I'm soca artist, the current soca power king of St Kitts and Nevis. Should I say Nevis? Yeah, St Kitts and Nevis.
Yeah.
Most people know me for music, so yeah, that's the music side. I am also a fitness junkie right now. I have something called Soca Fitness, where I train a bunch of females. Males are invited to, but mostly females.
I got to hop on board.
Yeah, from Monday to Thursday over in the Dorset area. Come and get in shape. We also do light days where I have a salad business where I start, during the whole COVID thing, so I started the fitness program. I also do fun day for kids. I am the godfather of the kids. Uncle Bagnall, I must say. We do fun days for the kids. What else? Having a breakfast party called Bacchanal Monday and April. Oh, yeah, free advertisement. Hey.
What?
Yeah.
So say fast.
Yeah, we're having Bacchanal Monday next week, Monday. It's a pool party, breakfast party. We're on at Palm Square. You can get your tickets for $150, so you can call me when I come after the year 6629598. So that's basically me in a nutshell.
Kevon, so he just gave himself a whole free plug.
See, man, spill the tea. We are
A
here.
whole plug. have it.
Have it.
Yes.
We'll allow it.
Yeah. So before we go a little further, I know you mentioned that people could call you if they want to get tickets. What other means can they use if they don't? Because credit is a funny thing.
Oh yeah. Well, you can. Well, if they don't have any credit, they don't have any data. You can have data without credit?
Yeah, Wi-Fi.
Okay,
Wi-Fi.
so you can reach me on Facebook at MrBagnall_CB. CB is for Carnival Boss. So yeah, Mr. Bagnall
Carnival Boss
_CB. And Instagram, the same thing. Yeah, that's where you can find me.
Great.
All right.
So I'm done ready to find out.
Yes,
I'm done ready to find out what you want to come on here to spill. Let's spoil it. It was early, so.
Well, if you want to jump into the let me backtrack a little bit, because we have to give the carnival bosses respect and give the people some history.
Okay.
Some history so they can know where the carnival boss started, because you can't just call yourself a carnival boss, eh? Like, people need to know how you get this title.
True. Well, I didn't give myself the title. The fans gave me. I did a song called Carnival Boss, and after winning the Soca Monarch, which was my first crown, everybody was like, you own the right. You sang the song, you win, that is your name. So from since 2016, yeah, that's been my name since that.
How many titles do you have?
I have 2. So I am 2 for 4. I went in 4 times, 1, 2, came first one up, the other 2.
Okay, so like let's
50%.
50%.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
that's not bad.
That's not a bad streak. So let's say we have Carnival this year. Are you jumping back into the arena?
Yes, I actually have a bunch of songs recorded.
That's the thing that
so
you want
to just pull one and walk out again with this one. So I may have to record anything.
You prepared.
Yeah, prepared long time. I was actually preparing for Carnival 2020, but we didn't have anything, so everything just stored up.
Sorry. Yeah, that just hurt my heart by reminding me that we didn't have Carnival last year. Like.
But we should have something this year.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Fingers and toes crossed.
We
get something. We get something, I don't know. Like, so have you been in? You said you started in 2016.
I started in 2015 actually. 2015 was my first year, but I won in 2016.
Hold on, my maths saying adding up. You went in 4 times.
Yeah. Remember I missed a few, eh? Remember I didn't do a few with no. So, yeah, that's what happened.
So
you're probably counting up.
You're
counting, yeah.
Well, how come, why wouldn't you have
done bunch of rules and regulations I decided to sit out.
You didn't agree with them?
I didn't agree with them. And then when I decided to sing, it was because I went to meetings and argue and stuff, get back the competition to 2 categories. And me not wanting to be a hypocrite, I had to go on and perform. So I went perform and won. So that's like me welcoming back myself.
You think so? You think over the years you've seen Soca Monarch grow, or are there things that you feel like should be better or could be better? Because to me, I feel like the quality has dropped. Like, I remember Soca Monarch used to be the hottest thing, one of the hottest things in Carnival, and now I don't know if our dear chairwoman could bring it back, but for me personally,
I think me and a couple others sitting out for 3 years, did a little damage to it. So I gotta blame myself and a part of the committee as well for them not listening and coming in and changing stuff. But there's room for a lot of improvement. I actually hope and want this Carnival committee, willing to be open up to listen. And, not just jump in and change as the last one they changed this workout, or we're going to try that without talking to anybody.
Yeah.
But, there's room for a lot of improvement. And I also see new people coming on board. You also want young blood. Because before Soca Monarch, for me, I was thinking about doing Calypso. Because Candice has always been an idol to me. I like Candice as, me being a youngster, a teenager.
I do remember you. Yeah, I do remember seeing you following him.
And I used to be one of his dancers on stage as well. So me being a teenager, and I'm talking about 14, 15, going to Calypso shows, growing up and knowing Calypso to be an all people thing. And Candice came in and drew me in as young blood. So before I took the Soca Man route, I was thinking about, Calypso. Right? And then, me being a soca junkie, being in band, and I was like, okay then, let me try the Soca Man route. Went the Soca Man and it was very successful for me. My first year I came first runner up. And then my second year I won. Then my third year, first runner up. Took a 3 years, come back in 2020 and win. But as I said, there's a lot of room for improvement. And I have some plans that I have some stuff that I want to do, not just for me, but for other soca artists. If we're gonna have a sugar mass, this year I have some stuff I want to do leading up to the whole carnival thing, but I can't spill that here yet.
Oh, that tea too hot for
us
right now.
Yeah, that tea too hot.
Kevon, he come in here, go hold back the tea. After he cut with he big, I come spill the tea. No, we can't get that tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't give up, So.
No, I got faith still. I excited. I am excited to see what the carnival boss can do. And as you mentioned, you took a hiatus. What did you observe over that hiatus? Because I'm sure while on the hiatus, you were just sitting back and observing and thinking and all of that.
Yes, I was observing. I actually flew out one of the carnivals because, I went to do a little eye surgery. But I could have been back for carnival, but I could not take on the stress of people asking me, pressure, when you're not singing, when you're not this. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to stay away. Nobody can reach me. I didn't had no phone. It was just Facebook. And I sit down and I watch everything, watch what was missing. I watch in terms of artists not promoting themselves, not promoting the show. And I understand you don't have to. If a promoter hire you for an event, you don't have to. But I feel like it helps for you to pay yourself, you to bring the extra crowd. So I sit down and I watch that. I sit down and listen music, what we need to improve on in terms of lyrical content, in terms of musical arrangement, and more. As I say, leading up to Carnival, you need more, not just as December start or as November start, we start to ramp up the soca. You need more.
I agree, because we see a lot of soca artists from other countries. When the soca man are coming up, they're releasing the songs months in advance, and I feel like the culture here, and not just for soca man, but for Carnival itself, like the artists just wait till last minute to release. So we have a bunch of artists just releasing a bunch of songs, and we now need to go learn all these 20 songs in 2 months.
Many people just talking about the releasing. I'm talking about performances. You could just do random stuff. Random, there's so many backing bands. They have soca man backing bands that I feel like can do much more. They can plan something. You don't have to wait for the carnival committee or somebody to hire. You could just plan something. Everybody got their own equipment. You might take a little change, because everything take change. But do something, because it can benefit the band as well. It can benefit the artists. It can benefit the whole committee as well.
Yeah,
so not just waiting and walk out. We're going to ramp up with 2 weeks to go. Start ramping up.
You're going to build the hype towards the competition, and today the artists themselves and the whole carnival. I agree.
Them few years I'm sitting out, I had lose interest, to tell you the truth. I was like, man,
the carnival boss lose interest in carnival.
Yeah, man, I was like, to hell with that. Yeah, man.
Oh boy, come on.
but I want to go deeper into that. Why did tell me the losing interest process? What started it, and how did you just go downhill from there?
The losing interest part for me was, okay, I guess you guys don't know the whole story, but if I sit down here, we're gonna go to tea till tomorrow. But
okay,
being the time, I was the soca king, me and Sugar Bowl, and you're standing up for artists, you're standing up for bands, right? And at the end of the day, everybody just turned their back. Everybody walk out. It's all about the money. This is the only time I make money. But for us, it was like all of us could do so much better if we come together. If we walk out, we want this. It's supposed to be like this. And then for years, like after me sitting out watching the next year, the people just gone in because they said they want money, and the show just going downhill. You're watching it go downhill, go downhill, go downhill. And then people calling you back, telling you, oh, we needed to come, only you could bring it back up. And I know me alone can't bring it back up. You want all of us, the same one them who turn the back.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna need us. And I was like, yo, I ain't going there to help nobody build nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I started to lose interest. And then when it hit me like, wow, you can't just let the thing suffer.
Mm-hmm.
Swallow my pride, went to meetings. I said, I went to meetings, you know, sit down and talk why we should get to category, why we should get this whatever to play. Until they try again my band to play for Soca Monarch, and I was like, no, that's conflict of interest.
Mm-hmm.
That can't happen. You know?
Yeah.
If it was somebody else, then I would have like, yeah man, give me that money. But you know, conflict of interest and you know, wanting a good product. So bye.
Did anything good come out of these meetings?
Yeah. We get back the whole competition.
Oh, okay, that's
good. We get back the
good.
competition. We get a sort of standard. I feel like last year could have been a springboard, not to get back up.
2020?
No, last year 2020. Because
I know we don't really count.
Yeah, that mainly I don't even
know we
remember
don't count 2020.
I just see 2019 then 2021. But I feel last year could have been a springboard for 2021, meaning that you know we're gonna celebrate the big 50.
Mm-hmm.
So it would have been a ramp up and everybody get excited for 2021. But I still think and still feel it can happen.
Mm-hmm.
So just wait and see.
Yeah, hopefully we get there because I know people been dying to have carnival.
We have to.
Yeah, I don't think I could 2 years. What
So
year? 2 years without carnival? I don't know if I could make it by.
I actually was thinking about flying out last year, December. I was like, where were you flying going?
Good question. Where was going? You're going out there, go do the same thing you doing here?
You know, like, where you going? You ain't got nowhere to go.
Not a word. No carnivals was happening. Everywhere you look, carnival was getting cancelled or postponed or pushed back. And even for this year, we've already seen some carnivals getting...
Yeah, got cancelled and stuff.
Yeah, but like, I was in December, so hopefully...
Yeah, man, I feel like we far, you know, we got time. I know they're talking about the vaccine and stuff, but yeah.
We just have to hope for the best. So now, moving from MrBagnall, the carnival bus, we know that you now have a band, ABC band. I love that name, by the way, because it makes sense.
Well, it's not actually ABC band.
It's
just ABC. So it's actually Akai Bagnall and crew.
Oh, okay.
So we don't put no band on top of it.
But because it's a band, we call it a band.
Yeah, we have ABC. We also have ABC promos. Where ABC promos where we host events, where we host Jade. And now we have Bacchanal Monday. And we have ABC. ABC is basically, you know, me and Akai, we do our own solo thing and we also come together.
Yeah.
So the crew is just the band that back us. You know, but we was running from the whole band title.
I like it.
And we just came with ABC, Akai Bagnall and crew.
It's different.
We also use the crew for if somebody want to back. So if Jade decides she want to go solo and she need a backing band, just for an event, Jade can hire the band.
Kevon, you hear that? When the Island team start to sing.
Yeah.
Remember
what you said team like it ain't gonna be me.
Oh yeah, because I ain't got no vocals.
Yeah.
Or it might just be Kevon and Azem because I have no vocals. I could do a little one to dance, you know.
Yeah, you need a dancer.
Yeah,
so
I could do a little
Jade
backup.
could hold along the back line and the dancing.
Yeah man, and Azem, yeah man, we got a good team. I think we got a good team. So yeah, the ABC, I almost said ABC band. ABC coming with anything new this year for us?
Well, okay, let me stop you again.
Oh Lord, we can't get it here again.
ABC is not a band.
Yes.
You're gonna get music from Akai and Bagnall.
Okay.
The crew only come in when we have to do a performance.
Okay. So let me talk about this.
You're gonna get music from Akai and Bagnall? Yes.
So okay.
Yes. I told you I can sit down here and speak for me and Akai. Akai have music already produced.
I know.
I have music already produced. We have music already produced together.
The boys are shy. I can't understand. You know how it's how hard it is to get Akai on a live on the radio.
The boy is soft.
I don't understand him, you know.
I don't even think he's just shy, but
we're gonna abuse him. And we're gonna bully him into coming.
Yeah.
Every time we try to get Akai on a show, I already know the answer before I even ask. I can't. And he's such a good performer. Like, I feel like Akai and yourself are some of the most underrated performers in St Kitts. Like, people don't recognize the talent that you guys have.
Akai has come a long way where it used to be me and him on stage. Now we come to him alone.
Imagine.
You know? So, I gotta give him props for that.
I do too, because out of all the soca artists that we have, I feel like Akai is one of them that have actually broken through internationally, and people don't recognize that.
Yeah, well, he's on top of the list for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even though I feel we did Bucket Set It together, which was one of the biggest songs to actually come out of St Kitts. But after Bucket Set It, he still made a push forward for himself. So, I got him on the top there.
Yeah, but trust me, everywhere we go, like I went to St Lucia Carnival and there was rinsing out Bucket Set It, but I was like, I wonder if they know we got other songs.
Yeah, man, I can't do anything, man.
I agree. And I'm very proud of you guys to see the progression from where you guys were to now, because I remember you used to be in a band.
Yeah, I used to be in Collision Band. Collision Band still my band, but sometimes you gotta make women do different things if you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why.
But do you miss performing with them?
I miss the band, I miss the camaraderie, I miss the group, but the late night thing and so like 3 o'clock and so in the morning, but now that I could go. I miss that.
You're not a late night performer?
No, man. I may miss the whole aspect. If I say I'm gonna miss something from the band, I would probably miss the street life, like on the road, carnival time, band, jamming a lot of speakers and band trash talk, but to say, no, may miss nothing else. But that's my band. I would do anything for them. I just still support them, share whatever. But yeah, that's it.
You can't take on the.
Can't take on the band.
You're not a late night.
No, not at all.
But the funny thing is, most of our events, well, not now because restriction, but most of our events we have this late culture. Like Kevon, I know you know. Sometimes we leave our house at 10 o'clock and we're reaching back home till 10 o'clock because events going on all morning. All night.
St Kitts got this culture that I need to come to places early.
Well, they're forced to know because they know. Hopefully, I don't know, but do you think like no because of these restrictions when they relax them? You think we're going to go back into that late night culture?
But people don't start to go back. So hear this.
Oh Lord.
So I told you guys I'm having a breakfast party back on Monday next week. Monday, it is from 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. And some people asking, well, where you gonna finish 11? Why not 12? I say start at 5. Oh, but me ain't coming around here till about 8. What?
So that's your fault.
So then you enjoy what you. I think you, and the thing is, you enjoy what you show up for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
He could tell me if I'm wrong or if you agree, disagree. But I feel like what ends up happening with this culture we have is we waste so much time showing up that we're forced to cram fun into the last few hours because something starts at 8, the people ain't showing up till 11.
That's true.
The event's supposed to done at 2, then we got to have all of this fun in this short space. Like show up when you show up.
Yeah, show up.
Have fun.
Yeah.
And I feel like part of the thing is to, as the persons who organizing these events, we need to start the fun when the event starts because I feel like we just also delay the fun because we know people ain't gonna show up.
Facts.
So I don't know.
Facts.
I had this idea one time in a Jade to charge per hour for an event. Yeah. If you just want to come for 2 hours, you pay for the 2 hour what?
I don't know how to go.
$10 an hour?
No man, we keep up the money more.
So wait. Explain.
So the event.
I think what's a good idea.
So the event is
per hour, but the more hours you attend, the more discounted it would be.
So the event is back on Monday is $150, right? From 5 to 11. If you walk out that you want to come in the gate at 10 or 9, you pay $200.
I better go reach early.
You better reach early. That's what I mean. You check? Yeah.
Imagine we have to have this because it's true. Like, but I as a promoter, I've seen it event after event. People literally see, for instance, Cool Effect would start at 8. They're not coming till 12, and then they're gonna complain and say, "Oh, me had fun and this and you come at."
You use a good example, Cool Effect. People coming in there 12 o'clock and telling you they had a good time, and people would be here from 8, done fast by the time them they are coming through the gate 12 o'clock.
What they don't feel like they went 3 events.
Yeah, man.
It's always like that. Like a lot of the time.
I feel like we also need to, as the owners of the event, I feel like we need to not delay the fun. Like, if something says starting at 8, we don't care if you expecting the biggest act to come on at 2.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever start at 8, start at 8.
Start at
And
8.
I feel like sometimes we just delay the fun. We just start a warm up. So when the
Yeah.
most people in the crowd, then give people a reason to show up on time.
You mean like music
I think we
festival?
just
I was just
give-
Jade, you come
like
make you in me head, you know.
music
I was just about to say music festival did that a year and I had love it.
Yeah, I agree with it.
Yeah.
Acts right out the gate.
Yeah.
Big acts right out the gate. You want to see these people show up on time, and you
Mhm.
see people. If you ain't show up on time, that's your.
Yeah, if you
them,
miss
'cause we
if you
told
miss
this
Sugar
event
Band,
starts at this time.
if you miss Sugar Band because they was on at 11 and you reach 12, that's your fault.
Yeah.
But it's true. We as promoters, we are guilty of this also. Because like sometimes, because we already know how people are. We know that they ain't coming till 12. We try to put on some DJs that we call like the warm up DJs, and yeah. But I think we should done away with it. Honestly, I think we should do a lineup where at every hour we have something peaking, not just waiting till the last couple of hours to put on all the acts.
Yeah.
Because it also forces people to overdrink sometimes, I think, because now you come late, you're trying to catch up to your friend who been there, so you just trying back drinks, and by the time you done, you can't go no more.
Yeah. Yep. That what does happen all the time.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but we have to be the change in the culture. We are the only ones as promoters and as people in entertainment that can change this, I feel like.
When they had Les out last year to prison, right? People was going out very early, you know.
What?
Because the events
But I
were
wasn't
shutting off like
playing.
12 and 2.
That was outside.
And I think one time I had a conversation. I was like, I hope they keep it to 12 o'clock. I mean, 11. I hope they keep it to 2 o'clock. Everything closes off 2. Because people coming out early. I remember going to a party, big people party one time, at 8. And at 9, India cock. Cock.
Let me tell you something, especially since they missed going outside.
Yeah, man.
Watch when we was released from prison, right? When they released us from prison, we so glad happy.
Bye.
We just want to be outside.
Jade, I could tell you. Them was the times, bye. I could tell me grandkids about them times, yeah, bye.
They gonna believe us. They gonna believe we went from going out at 12 o'clock to going out at 8 o'clock on the dot.
Yes. And now we gone back. It was back.
You think so?
Yeah, man. People coming out late right now.
But the events, and the thing is, the event still finishing at 2.
Yeah. But they ain't care.
We're stuck in our ways.
Jade, you have thrown events. You have thrown boat rides, and you say you're leaving at whatever time, and people got you waiting there the next hour, right?
Not me, no?
Or not you?
Oh.
Time to go, you go.
Whoever on the boat. If you hear me say the boat ride start 9, and you come in 9:30, 10, who's supposed to be there waiting on you?
Okay, then boat gone.
That honestly, that only happened to me one time, and it was me late.
Okay. So you make your thing late.
Yeah, it was me late. I was busy doing things, but other than that, man, about a whole lot of people fun.
Yeah.
That's unfair to the people that actually come there early.
That's true.
You got them outside for 2 hours standing up. They're going to be turned off by the event.
Mr. Kevon?
A lot of time. The people take the deal.
Kevon in space and the internet is be acting up, so give him a chance.
Yeah.
I just supposed to ask him if he does stammer, yeah?
No, he don't stammer. It's just the Wi-Fi stammering for him. Go ahead, Kevon. What you was trying to ask?
Let's try this again. I said it's unfair for people that make it a point to show up on time and then have to sit down there and wait for 30 minutes, an hour for the people who dragging their foot to show up. It ain't fair.
Yeah,
so
I
I
agree.
believe that when party start. If you ain't reached, then you're just losing out on the fun.
And that's your fault.
Well, 5 is 5 for me next week. When we say kick off, we gone.
I
At 5
agree.
o'clock come, we gone.
I agree.
If you come in 8, that's your business.
If you come in 11.
11, that's your business. Yeah.
I agree with that. And I feel like if we go back to that mentality, a lot more people would start doing what they're supposed to do. And it's so funny to me, right? Because imagine you buy your ticket. You spend your money early. You buy your ticket, you get your clothes, you do all kind of things. To go party for an hour?
Party for an hour.
How that makes sense to you? How is that logical? If I know event start 5 o'clock and I do all these preparations, kind of woman, we're doing the most.
Most, yeah.
And then you come in there 10 o'clock for a party that finish 11. So you just...
Jade, I could ask that question?
Yes.
What if females always late?
Oh.
Spill that tea for me.
Huh. Well, the clock on the wall saying that it's 10 o'clock, right? So that means we have to wrap up. I don't know. Boy, you know what's funny? Like, and we have all intentions of being earlier.
Mm-hmm.
But then sometimes, like, we're going to be like, okay, this show supposed to take 10 minutes to do. Like, let's say we're supposed to do makeup. We're going to calculate it down to a science.
Mm-hmm.
But then sometimes the time just ain't work out.
Because I have asked this question so many times privately, but seeing that we're out in the air, I would want you to answer this
put
for
me on blast now. What answers they've been giving you when you ask them?
Girl, I can't gonna answer. I can't. Okay, this is what coming to me all the time. Man, you know, we got to do it here, we got to this, we got to this. But if you done nothing since yesterday, then you're going out tomorrow. You know what I mean?
We can't do it here the day before sometimes. That's not feasible. Granted, again, I am somebody that has, I am guilty. Chrissy does abuse me sometimes, like, that's why I try to start to get ready 2 hours before. Because I know myself.
I had one friend I was going on a birthday line with, and I gave her two wrong times.
She wasn't ready?
She wasn't ready for none. None. Yeah.
You want to give her a better wrong time. Look here, if you have to go out with a woman, tell them 3 hours wrong time. Like, tell them you got to go for this hour, 3 hours ahead. And then they're going to get ready for the actual time. I bet. Bagnall, look like we have one call.
Mm-hmm.
We don't usually take calls, but we're going to take this one. Oh.
And they're gone.
Well, no, they're back. Oh, okay, well, we give up. We tried. We tried. Sometimes we here don't come out as we want it. Janet said this is why she does be late. Sometimes she here don't come out or we want to come out. So, Caller, good morning. You're live. What's up?
Jade, you're going on like people don't use these planning events for special occasion. Like they use your thing to get to something else or to somebody else. That's what they do. So it ain't really your thing, your thing is convenient. It's like a slider to get to where they want to go.
Oh, you're saying the event is a buffer? He's saying that the reason he's saying the people them just go somewhere else before. Wow. Thank you. Well, anyway, back to what Janet's reason of being late. She said sometimes we here don't come out as we want it. Then we have to start our makeup and mistakes. Got to start back over mishaps. Remember, man, ain't got to do these things with them, and they just brush their hair and go.
But when I going parade and so I doing all your makeup the day before, midnight and thing, I got appointment midnight.
I don't know what you're talking about.
For 12 o'clock.
I don't know what you speak of. I can't substantiate these claims. You ain't gonna pour some blast like this, you know?
Huh?
You ain't gonna continue to pour some blast like this.
Last question.
Oh, Lord.
Female
wait, hold on. We interview you or you interview
I can't
me?
see Kevon. I could see you interviewing you. So when a female going out with a male, now when a female going out with a female, she just be early?
No.
Or just when she going out with a man,
that's
she just
why
be late?
you hear me just there. Chrissy does cuss me.
Chrissy does cuss you?
Yeah. Wait, this time thing don't we ain't got agenda to this time thing, you know?
Discriminating. Okay,
no,
okay,
we just late.
Okay, I got you.
I mean, yes, we should probably try not to be. However, sometimes things happen. But no, it's not a... See, Janet said, no, we'll still be late. No matter who it is, we're late. Well, Bagnall, thank you so much for joining us. It was fun. We definitely have to have you back when you have some more tea for us. Because I feel like this tea was a little lukewarm. I feel like you're holding back the real...
I ain't gonna tea. I thought we was talking about things, but anyway, we can come next time and talk.
Yeah, see, we really too confusion like that, you know. We don't really go down them kind of paths sometimes. But, you know... If that's what you want next time, we got you.
This is the warm-up.
I came on
the music box?
The music box is vibes.
Yeah. Oh, so wait, but you see Kevon wait.
No, me ain't saying are you in vibes. No, this is I like the show. It's more laid back. You get a little bit of news. And you get to conversate, people call in. You know what the music box is, you gotta put on real vibes.
You call that, you see the music box. Actually, I could have asked it, but I feel like you don't discuss them things. So me need to. Need to.
But yeah, you know, I enjoy the show, and you guys keep pushing, like the energy, and invite more people. Get more people to come in. I feel like there's more people you guys can reach out to, other than important people.
Oh no, it's well, everybody we reach out to is important.
Okay, yeah, you got regular people that have stories to share as well too.
And those are what we want.
Yeah. So people don't forget, MrBagnall Fun there on the 10th. using the platform. I'm using this platform. Mr. Bagnall back to school Easter Fun Day on the 10th of April for the kids. Come on out. $10 get you in. Everything free on the gongs. And next week Monday we have Bacchanal Monday all-inclusive pool party. $150 get you in. If you want to get yourself a ticket, you check Plush and Keon Street, or you call myself at 662-9598.
Kevon, I hope you don't calculate the bill in a bit again. But just before we go, we have to hear some words from our, colleague, our honorary fave, Mr. Amory.
Drive safely and do right by others. Please use our roundabouts correctly, meaning don't overtake in our roundabouts, don't switch lanes in our roundabouts, and when you're exiting, please indicate so that folks driving behind you can know what your intentions are. It will reduce accidents and almost accidents by significant proportions.
Stay in your lane, people.
Stay in your lane figuratively and
literally.
Also, please let us remember to park our vehicles in a manner which is conducive to the collection of garbage from our friends at solid waste. If you park your cars irresponsibly, then people can get their garbage collected with the trucks.
Clean.
So gentlemen, when you're thieving a piece, please park around the corner,
right,
so the truck can get up the street or where your madam lives to collect her trash.
Indeed. It might work out better for you too.
Indeed. It's going to be a clean environment when you get there the next time. Also, let us please, put pressure on our lawmakers and our policy makers and our policy designers and wheelers and dealers in Parliament to take a look at our outdated laws, all of them. The traffic laws, the sexual assault laws, the everything as it relates to, so that they can relate to current day life and current day society here in St Kitts and Nevis. Update them so it's a reflection of what's actually happening and not what used to happen in the 1960s. And with that, I will turn it over to our Master of Ceremonies, His Excellency Honorable Kevon Hanley.
Mr. Ellsworth, you have the floor.
Thank you. And remember that you can't be everybody's cup of tea because you is not a bug. See you tomorrow.
WINN is 98.9. 98.9 is WINN FM.
If you own or work with animals, please follow these tips to avoid getting the coronavirus. Please keep pets away from areas where you are preparing food and eating your meals. Thoroughly wash your hands after handling animals and animal waste. Avoid contact with sick or stray animals. And always remember to wear protective gowns, gloves, and facial protection when handling them. As the novel coronavirus spreads, it is important that you continually disinfect your home. Viruses can gather on surfaces such as doorknobs, computer keyboards and mouse, cell phones, tablets, railings, kitchen and bathroom countertops, and remote control devices. To avoid transfer of viruses, wipe down these surfaces regularly with disinfectants such as Clorox, Lysol wipes, or soap and water. Avoid touching your face or your loved one's faces after touching any of these types of surfaces. It is very easy for viruses to be transferred in this way. When preparing food, be sure to use different knives and cutting boards for raw meats and cooked foods. Wash your hands before and after handling raw meats. Also, wash your hands before and after using cooked food. Be sure to cook food thoroughly before eating it. This is a message from the Ministry of Health and the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA.
Here we go again! The Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Marine Resources present Agri-Easter Night Market! Wednesday, 31st March from 5 p.m. until 9 p.m. Local sellers bringing you the freshest crops, meat, fish and prepared food. The first one was so nice, we had to do it twice. And this time, it's the Easter season. So, hop on over to the Bastia Public Market and get your Easter goodies such as local fruits and vegetables, jams, local wines, and much, much more. Remember the date, Wednesday, March 31st, 5 p.m. until 9 p.m. See you at Agri-Easter Night Market.
Maybe it's the way the brilliant gold liquid reflects our sunshine, or how the bright blue of its label mirrors the clear Caribbean skies overhead. Maybe it's the fresh, crisp taste of this beastly cold beer on a scorching hot day. Maybe it's even the way it brings us all together. But one thing is for sure, Carib is very much a part of who we are wherever we're from in the Caribbean. Carib, it's the way we play. Drink responsibly.